Shakur Stevenson has really been laying it heavy on Devin Haney. He's been adamant. He stepped in the ring after Haney beat Loma, pressing him, hunting him down. Looked like he's trying to let off. He's trying to really antagonize Devin Haney. He definitely antagonized him after the fight. But here's the thing. I touched on this a few times, but I want to know. Does Shakur Stevenson pick Devin Haney apart in their fight? When I mean pick him apart, I mean, does he break him down for a whole 12 rounds? Because, a knockout is probably at 135. Is it possible? I think Shakur's his power looked like it may have resonated, but he fought the Yoshino dude, so we don't know. That doesn't really count as far as really seeing how his power resonates to somebody with more skill. So Yoshino gives us a small little indicator that Shakur's power probably transitioned up to 135, but it's not a definite, it's not a solid thing yet. As far as at least not with me. I want to see a little bit more from Shakur first, a few more fights before I really get to determine if his power, he's going to be a issue. His power is going to be something to reckon with at 135. So that is why, as far as I'm concerned, he would beat Devin Haney by decision. All right. Now, many believe Shakur isn't his skill. I've heard people say that, and I listen. I've always stood by the fact that I think Shakur Stevenson is definitely much more of a skilled, more defensively sound fighter than Devin Haney, and I stand by that. But if he wins, how does he win? Does he knock him out? That's possible, because if his power is resonating, if it's making some real noise up at 135, that's a possibility. But if it doesn't, then he beats him on decision. But during their fight, does Shakur Stevenson just pick Devin Haney to pieces? Does he tear his body up, pot shot him in his face with his jab? Well, we already know Devin has the superior jab over Shakur Stevenson. Or do we think so? Or is it that Shakur really ain't had to really pull his jab out of his pocket yet? I don't know. I think Devin's jab is better than Shakur's. Because I haven't really seen Shakur with a real solid jab like that. But I got him picking Devin Haney apart. My personal opinion, I think the fight might be a little closer than people think. But I think it'll be a lot of back and forth in that fight. So I don't think it's going to be easy for Shakur Stevenson. It's not going to be easy for Devin. Shakur believes that that Devin's not on his level. Might be the case, man. Shakur might make it look easy. You know what I'm saying? He's up until now, he's made everybody look basic. Is Devin Haney as good as we think he is? We don't know. Is Shakur as good as we think he is? Now, if these two fight, one might say Shakur is more skilled and Devin isn't, and then he gets in there and make Devin look like an amateur. Or Devin's jab gets in there with Shakur, and Dev's jab makes Shakur look like an amateur because he can't defeat Devin's jab. And I don't think that's the case. I think Shakur, from what we see against the fighters he's been fighting, though. So boxing is a subjective thing, man, when it comes to who's the best or who's elite, and because you got people that's elite that we think is elite, right? And then they get in there with somebody and then they end up losing. Like we thought Tiafimo was one of these dudes that's high up, and then look what happened with Sandor Martin. And that was a gift decision. I think Sandor beat him, you know what I mean? But or barely won. Tio barely won. But does Devin pick him apart? Does Shakur Stevenson pick Devin Haney apart in their fight? I don't think he does, but many might think so. Many think that Shakur's body stabbing might be an issue for Devin Haney. That's one of his signature things. He'll pin the guard and jab right to the body. I love watching Shakur do that, similar to what Errol Spence does. I love when Errol does that, when he pins your guard and then he starts chopping your body up. I love that. That's one of my favorite things I like that Errol Spence does. But does Shakur Stevenson pick Devin Haney apart if they fight? Let me know how you feel about that, man. This is your boy, Rebel Life Boxing, man. Drop a comment. Let me know what you thinking and all that good stuff. I'll catch y'all on the next one. And I'm out. Peace.